Dying rain on the screen, gypsy witches in the green, casting spells ain't what it seems, living life inside a dream. Magic curves fill the air, smoke is thick, heavy stare, tangled hair, don't care, enchantress vibe everywhere. Started rain, feel the flame, high as hell, no shame, living wild, play the game, rock the night, call the name. Started rain on the screen, gypsy witches in the green, casting spells ain't what it seems, living life inside a dream. Magic curves fill the air, smoke is thick, heavy stare, tangled hair, don't care, enchantress vibe everywhere. Starting rain, feel the flame, high as hell, no shame, living wild, play the game, rock the night, call the name. Starting rain, feel the flame, high as hell, no shame, living wild, play the game, rock the night, call the name. Call the name, call the name, coming strong, spirits flow, witches brew, steal the show. Rooftop nights, moonlight glow, digital stage feeling low. Based on deep, rhythm hit, stage fun and taste that bit. Echo laughs, mind split, mystic vibe, don't quit. Lights of night, ancient songs, screens light up all night long. Weed and wine feel so strong, witchy sisters loud and strong. Started rain, feel the flame, high as hell, no shame, living wild, play the game, rock the night, call the name, 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 call the name.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon to y'all.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, we love our intro. Yeah,
I
and
love
thanks
my
to,
intro.
yeah, and thanks to Pigskin, that intro was made.
Yeah.
Which is Blue's other half.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah. So if you guys want intros, stuff like that, go to Pigskin, guys. He's amazing at what he does. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting in the background rocking out to it. Like I love
know,
the
me
song
too.
and
I do all
Me
the time too, because I can't get it out of my head. There's times during the day that I'm literally singing our intro in my head.
yeah.
Oh, gee, I gotta
Hey
make
OG,
you blue,
good to
OG.
see you.
I gotta make you blue, OG.
What up, OG?
Hold on one sec.
And cheers to my handsome husband, who's
I was
currently at
gonna
the
s-
hospital with my daughter.
I just made Michael blue too.
What?
Oh,
What blue?
Oh, I said cheers to my handsome husband, who's at the hospital right now with my daughter.
Oh, yeah.
He's tuning in from the hospital.
Oh, woo.
yay, not.
How's it going, OG?
Hopefully you're having a good day.
Right.
Yeah. Hello.
I'm gonna murder myself. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Mwah. There's no music today because I don't want my computer to shut down on me like it has been lately. Guys, I'm at getting ready for film at the graveyard. Sweet.
Nice. Can't wait to see that. That'll be awesome.
You know what I can't wait to see? Is Wolf and
What?
Hound's Big Secret.
Oh yeah, that's coming up this weekend, right?
It's today.
Oh, today. Oh yeah. Then I'm gonna need to.
Yeah. Yeah. Today. Good as possible. Y'all always brighten up. Aw, my day. Aw, oh gee. Well, that's our job as friends, is try to lift each other up.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
He said that about your daughter. I hope it's not serious.
We don't know. I mean, she's acting happy and healthy. You know what I mean? She's just covered in bruises and petechiae, which is bursted blood vessels. So we don't know what's going on. She could be anemic. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
She's
It
just
could
going
be
to get
anything.
tested.
I was gonna say there's probably multiple things it could be. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's having right upper quadrant pain, which is like appendix, I think. So
Yeah.
I've had that. I'll tell you when I had my appendix. My first thought wasn't appendix. Mine was my IBS.
oh.
So like the pain.
Right.
Hold on one sec.
So yeah, I literally lay down for a couple hours and it didn't go away, and then my body just said, you need to have your friend take you to the emergency. My body, I just knew something wasn't right.
Right.
And sure enough, we know when I went in there, it was like this, and then the doctor. I'm just glad that the doctor, because of where I was hurting, wasn't normally where it would like hurt, if that makes
Yeah.
any sense.
Yeah.
I was sitting on the toilet to relieve my pain, and they said that's the telltale of appendix. Wanting, because it's the only like comfortable position of where your appendix sits when you're sitting on the toilet for whatever reason.
Oh. Okay.
So he ended up calling the specialist. So I ended up having one of those. Literally, the doctor said, "I'm not going to take any chances. It could be her appendix." So I didn't even get to finish that nasty drink that they used to make you drink so they could test your body to see what it was.
Oh, the contrast?
Yeah, and
I used to give that out and give people instructions for that.
yeah, the doctor came in. The specialist, the surgery doctor said, "No, make her stop. We're prepping for surgery right now." So literally, I called my mom and told her I was in the hospital gonna have to have surgery because they weren't sure. So of course I have like 3 different spots on my top of my stomach, around my belly button, and then like over where my appendix should have been. Well, come to find out, when he did find my appendix, and as soon as he literally picked it up, it exploded in his hand. So obviously I had to stay in the hospital a little bit longer because some of the stuff spilled into my system. So my white blood count was way too high. So I was lucky that doctor actually, the doctor doesn't know very much, actually called a doctor to actually have surgery. Otherwise I could have died of appendicitis.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the doctor,
That's crazy.
Yeah, because the doctor that I had, he's well known to like be cruel and doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Whatever. I'm glad he's not a
Mm-hmm.
doctor anymore. Thank God.
Oh
But I was glad
shit.
that.
Okay. Sorry, I'm catching up with the chat. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no! And then I said I'm just glad he called the surgeon because it's just the way I was hurting. Well, I have to find out is literally that was on a Monday.
Nice.
That Saturday, it was the last day of our old settlers that comes to my hometown. We have the poor man Jack's games, and that thing usually goes for a week at the end of July. So I was writing. I ended up writing It's a drop. It was like a drop called the drop. You go from the top, and then it literally just drops you down. Well, like I said, and then 2 days later, my side was hurting. So somehow or another, it moved my appendix. So which is why it ended up being bad for that. Yeah, I've heard of that too. I kind of wonder if that's not sometimes if I don't have that. I had a friend who had diverticus, and it was bad enough that at one point her shit was leaking into her system, so she had to have surgery to remove part of her intestine. So yeah. Yeah, it is definitely part of IBS. I have IBS, so I'm always like worried when I don't go number two because it makes me think because I start my stomach starts getting hard and yeah, shit sucks.
Yeah.
My grandma had or has diverticulitis really bad. And when
Mm.
I was her caregiver, she couldn't eat things like cucumbers, tomatoes because of the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
I went out of my way and de-seeded her cucumbers. I'd cut them in half long ways. I'd take a spoon and I'd run it along the middle to get all the seeds out, and then I'd chop it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've
It's
heard
not
people
hard.
that a lot of
No.
people like you have to do with certain stuff like that.
Yeah, and like she wanted a tomato on her sandwich, so I just scooped the seeds out and gave her the meat part of the tomato.
Yeah.
It takes a little extra time, but
Yeah, and it's a little bit harder with tomato only because there's so much that is the seeds.
right, depending on if you have like a beefsteak or something with like meaty parts and then pockets of like seeds where you could just scoop the seeds out.
Ah, OG. Yeah, okay. So OG's had that happen to him. He had to have part of his large intestine removed. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 That's what happened when they took me to my large intestine. Wow. They took a foot of your large intestine, OG. Holy shit.
That's usually a thing. I think it just depends. When I was dating the guy that I met, or the guy that I was with before I was with Boomy, that's funny. I was with this guy and he had twins. Boomy also has twins.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was babysitting and the youngest twin was writing.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. Damn. I want to say how she was peg riding on a bike with her friend,
What the fuck?
which means somebody was riding the bike and she was riding on the
On
pegs.
the back? Yeah.
It's very
Not-
it's very dangerous. I tell kids all the time,
Very.
you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. Well, she ended up falling and hitting her stomach really hard on it, and her dad ended up having to come and take her to the emergency room. She had ruptured, I forget, her small or large intestine, and had to have like 6 inches removed, or no,
Wow.
something. It was more than 6 inches, like maybe. It was quite a bit. She had to have a lot removed because because she came down so hard on
Mhm.
her stomach. Yeah, it destroyed it. Yeah, it was. Ugh,
Wow.
yeah.
That's crazy. You see, you want attention at the wrong times.
Always, I know, right?
They're like, I want attention now. Give me attention. And
Well, it's
I'm like, I'm
because you're
diamond
paying
dotting.
because you're diamond dotting and you're talking to other people, not them.
Yep.
I tell you, they know
Easy.
it. What are you doing? That's why my shoes are not on the rack. Because you keep knocking them over. What's with you? I don't know. But Luna is laying on the shoe rack, and I'm like, okay, then that's why my shoes are not up there. My sure, my
Slippers, shoes,
yeah, they're not flip flops.
sandals.
They're the other things. What the girls
Okay.
call them. I forget what they're called. I know it usually is just I can't think of the name now.
It's okay.
I'm thinking, how is that comfortable laying on the rack?
Yeah.
That's kind of shitty that people are when people, and that's just it. When you've been through trauma or shit like what OG saying that. And
Mhm.
if you have a for real partner or for real have friends. And that girl that I was talking about that
Mhm.
came she lost all of her friends. None of them wanted to
When
be
she,
friends with her.
wow, just because she was paralyzed.
And because she was in a wheelchair. Yeah,
Wow.
I know, right? I'm thinking she's
That's
that's
sad.
and you know how hard that had to be being 13.
Yeah. Aw. What's the you know pivotal time in your life is 13 years old.
I'm thinking, damn, not only did she have to like go through this trauma, she's also like figuring out at a young age that people are real assholes. And she was talking about, she's like, I've had to be mature for my age.
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
Yeah.
she was talking at one
Hey,
point, like,
Beth.
hey, Beth, good to see you. That,
Good to
you know,
see you.
she was a 16-year-old who was friends with 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds that were in
Mm.
wheelchairs because nobody else wanted to be friends with her.
No.
How was your day, Beth?
Yeah, how's your day been? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly what I was saying. Yep.
Mm-hmm. During the darkest times is when you'll find out who your real friends are. Yep. Mm-hmm.
True that.
That's straight up facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Busy looking after my hubby every day is busy. What happened to your
Well,
what happened to your hubby?
I can't remember. I can't remember. I
I
know
can't.
something. Yeah, he's got medical issues, but I can't remember.
If you don't mind me asking, Beth.
I forget, Beth. Don't shoot me. I
Mm-hmm.
just know. I just remember her talking here and there in like other people's groups. What was wrong, and I forget. You're a good wife for looking after your hubby. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
'Cause I will say too. If you want to talk about somebody who's down on his luck, was Michael J. Fox, and his wife
Mm-hmm.
has stuck through him through thick and thin. Like she's
Yeah.
always been there for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad that like some of this you know like people like that just end up with stuff like that, and he's
Yeah.
talked about it when he avoided when he started getting the symptoms was way back in when he was filming for Back to the Future.
Oh wow,
um,
really?
yeah, he said he here and there he was, even back then he started having hand tremors,
Hmm.
but never like, oh, no big
Got it
deal,
checked. Yeah.
yeah. In any way, if you think about it, what he has is, they still don't know. They know a lot more about it now than what they used to, but they still don't know any.
Doesn't he
They
have
really, they're
MS?
still ruled. Yeah, yeah. That's the same thing my dad had.
Yeah.
They don't have for real information. Like, and I'll
No.
tell you when um, Montel came out and talked about the symptoms,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I'm like, that was my dad, because like for 20 years, my dad was told he had a pinched nerve. It wasn't pinched nerve at all. He had MS. Um,
Wow.
the only time that they for real started to realize he had MS was the year that, I forget. It was literally the same year that his dad passed away, which was in '94.
Mm. Okay.
And he did his, well, if you give a shit, I have. And I'm like, okay, that yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it ended up being like, it's one of those, it's just, my dad, that was the Montel was talking about the symptoms, and I'm like, yeah, they
Yeah.
told my dad for 20 plus years he had a pinched nerve, and that's all it was. And come to
Hmm.
find out, and then like
It's
after he
MS.
told me, I don't think it was even like 5 years later,
Mm.
it, he ended up losing the back part of his brain, which that part of his
Mm.
brain which tells you you're sensitive, like when when something's wrong, something's burning your
Mm-hmm.
hands. He didn't
Right.
have that sensory anymore. So my
Right.
stepmom started having to, like, every time he fell, she had to take him in. Every time he touched the stove, she had to take him in. Hi, Star,
Mm-hmm.
good to see you. Yep, see, that's
Hello.
what I thought. Yeah, I just didn't want to say it was for real his heart. I thought that's what I thought it
Oh.
was. It was his heart.
Oh my goodness. Well, many prayers to healing, Heal
Hi, Star. Good
fast.
to see you. Hope you're doing good.
Hi,
Yeah,
honey star.
he's definitely been in prayers. There's a lot of people that just, yeah, it sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sending my prayers to you, Beth, and your husband.
Yeah, definitely healing prayers your way.
Yeah. Healing vibes, healing prayers, whatever. It's all
All
the
of it.
same thing. A prayer is a prayer.
Yeah.
It's the intention that you put behind it.
Yeah, I was
He's
gonna
only
say
51, and it breaks my heart he can't do anything. Aww.
yeah, I was gonna say, you know, that kind of like you know, in perspective of me, Boomy's 50. So like I get it. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
especially when they start like, you know, when their heart for
You're
real.
welcome,
That's
Beth.
just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Heart is never like a good thing, and yeah, it's hard. But like I know when I know eventually my stepmom had to uh, allow my dad to be in a nursing home because it was too much for her to take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then it ended up
Thank you,
happening.
OG.
Um, ended up being the fact is when she passed away, he passed away literally like 2 months later.
Wow.
She was what was keeping him going all these years. I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Yeah.
When they don't have and I think she was his like routine, you know, she was used to seeing he was
Mm-hmm.
used to seeing her all the time and whatnot. Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Love, yes, absolutely. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith.
Gotta have faith.
The faith, the faith, the faith.
Gotta have faith, faith, faith. Yeah. It's just hard these days, life, you know? Like, holy fuck.
Or if it's not one thing, it's another, and like
Yeah.
more people than not have had some sort of cancer. It's yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yep, it is. Abby can't work because he is elderly
Wow.
and he can't lift all the equipment and considering selling the business. Wow.
I guess
Hello, Jojo.
that's definitely something to pray on, Beth.
Mm-hmm.
Making a big decision like that, definitely something to pray on.
How you doing, Jojo?
I'm still here. I'm just eating.
That's fine. You're fine. Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad you're eating.
Right? Sometimes you need to eat when you have a headache.
Fantastic. Yeah.
That's another thing is you've got to I
I know
have
what you
found
mean.
no, you got to feed your headache. That's what I was.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of people forget you really do. You got to feed your headache.
On the 16th, you'll see the consultant. Wow, that's takes a long time. I'm doing good, Jojo. I'm doing good.
That's
I'm doing a lot better than I have been. Emotionally. It's been emotional. Who we got on we have Miss Rain and we have Miss Blue. Miss Working Blue.
Hey. I'm eating. I'm sorry. I'm still here.
Yeah, you're fine.
she's got to end
This
like
too shall pass. Exactly, Jojo.
it all will. It's just
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you know things like that always come up and then remember and I
Mm-hmm.
get it. Look, it's been 7 years. It's been 7 years for my grandson being passing, and even talk when I bring it up to talk about it, I still very get have tears in my eyes every time I talk about
Mm-hmm.
it.
Well, yeah.
Like
I'm still
it's
sewing off
it's stuff
construction
like that
equipment.
happens. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Outlaw. I know what
Well,
it
I
feels
guess
like to be able to have to quit your job. I completely understand. And if it's a job you loved, and which was like me, it was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Oh, there goes Blue. She'll be back.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, Beth. It still hurts for me to talk about my mom too and
I was
her.
gonna say she hasn't been good. Yeah, and it's not been that
It's been a
long.
year. It's been a
I
year.
know,
Yes,
I know, but I said it's been
October.
a year. I know, but still,
Hmm.
you think
It
about it,
hurts.
like because she was your best friend.
Yeah, she was.
I still.
Exactly, Jojo.
That's why I always said anyway with you, you know, it's not only was she your mom, she was your best friend,
Yeah.
and that makes a difference.
Still have times when I have issues from losing my brother. Still have breakdowns about losing a ghost. Yes, exactly. So many people have passed away in this short amount of time
I
that
was gonna say, yeah, and a
it's
lot of them have been,
crazy.
and a lot of them have been YouTubers we know, which is like,
Yeah,
wow, it just
yeah.
kind of like, whoa, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm. It's nuts.
It does.
Yeah, I had a couple days of yeah, and Lulu, love you. Still hurts too. Yeah, yeah. That was sad when Lulu passed away. Yeah, I remember that. It's just friends that you made along the way, and then they pass away, and you're like, "Ah," you know.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's crazy.
Hmm. Life is too short, Jojo. It really is. We don't have enough time to do things during the day, like everything during the day, and like, yeah.
I thought about it. Maybe, hopefully, losing Blue. Hopefully, we didn't strike a trigger thing with her son. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me message her.
I love you, Blue.
We love you, Blue.
I just her and Jay. All the time are in my
Mhm.
prayers because I couldn't only
Yeah.
imagine having to have a child that could die anytime or whatnot
Hmm.
because you don't know the life expectancy.
Okay. Okay, Jojo. Let's see, short. Yeah, I just checked on her, Jojo.
You
I just
mean,
checked on Blue.
yes, you were telling me not to.
Oh, there
There she
she
is.
is.
Sorry,
Uh,
Jay just called to give me an update.
Ah,
oh,
that's okay.
okay.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, you get a phone call, it would. Yeah.
It would kick you out. Yeah. How's she doing? Is she okay?
They're just waiting on test results.
Oh,
They've taken her blood. There's sometimes you can get an infection after you've been like sick, like a
That's
blood
true.
infection or whatever. So
mm,
they drew her blood and they're running a bunch of tests. And
okay.
every doctor that has come in to see her has been like, yeah, we don't know what's going on. So they're just waiting on blood work.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see, and that shit sucks when, like,
They don't
when,
know. Yeah.
yeah, and especially when doctors have no clue, then you're
Yeah.
like, they're running all kinds of tests because when they don't know
Take care,
something.
Beth. Yeah. Take care, Beth. Much love to
Yes,
you.
much love, Beth.
Much love. Thank you for coming in and stopping in. And
Yes, and
again, many prayers to you and your family.
yes.
And a bath does sound good.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Yay, it's doing one of those days. It's 90 plus, and it says it's a thing. If it gets any hotter, it's going to be in the hundreds if it keeps it up. Ew.
Wow.
What?
That's nuts.
What's messed up?
No, I said that's nuts. That it's going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
almost 100.
Well, it does that because we here where I am, it's doing the what they call the heat wave, and they say that because like it's like 91, 92, but with the heat index, it's 97.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I am just thankful that it's not going to hit the 95 mark and make it 105 like it did Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Tuesday it was with the heat index, it was 105. Yeah, it was not fun. I'm just thankful we ended up getting another fan with our order because yeah,
Mm-hmm.
circulate this air that's not moving around, but it feels better than what it did.
Right.
Feels better than not having no air. That's for damn sure.
Yep. So I'm just right.
Yeah, my stomach's trying to be all upset because just yeah. I know it is for me. It's just like I was talking about when you don't go to the bathroom and then your stomach, the IBS starts acting up.
Yep.
And the cramps hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, they do.
I have like I the pain from my IBS. The cramps are 10 times worse than like that time a month cramps. Like that's how bad they are.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think well, and I have said too. I've told Shan like when my IBS cramps act up, like sometimes the cramps are so bad they go down. The pain goes down into my legs,
Wow.
and that shit hurts. And then I don't want to do nothing because I'm in so much pain.
Right.
Right.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
How's it going? That's JoJo's other half.
Okay.
Hi, Brian. Good to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Mm. Shan, you coming here in October 2026? For what? You guys having a meetup or something? Because if it's in 2006, I can definitely save up for that.
Yeah, that's gonna say that's like a whole year to save
Oh,
up
that's when
for
you're
a year
getting
and a half.
married.
I was gonna guess right. Yeah, I was
Oh.
gonna guess right. Yay! I was like,
If I
the
can
only thing.
save enough money, I am there, Jojo. I am there. Thank you for the invitation. Aww. Halloween theme. Yes.
I think that's always cool when people do shit like that or do for like if they're gonna get married around that time and you do that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. No tux, no dress, just costume. That's awesome. That is so cool.
I'm gonna see. Yeah, it's your wedding. Do what the fuck you want. I've
Mm-hmm.
always been that way. Like when Boomy and I got
Right,
married,
pigskin.
I didn't
Oh,
wear
a
a white.
haunted
I
country barn.
Nice.
Nice. What were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say when Boomy and I got married, I was wearing a purple. I wore a purple like dress up, like a prom dress thing. I had
Mm-hmm.
the was that's what I wore for my wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I got married at the
Oh,
courthouse
Yeah,
I
that would be me. That would be me at the
well,
courthouse.
in
see, we
jeans
ended
and
up
a t-shirt,
Yeah, yeah.
pregnant.
we'll see. Well, see, you know what? We ended up like not having to pay them because, like, literally, we just
Hi,
bought our
Whiskey
outfits.
Wolfman.
We bought our outfits, whatever, from Goodwill, and his dad is an officiant, so we had his dad come down and marry us. I had
Oh,
Oh,
asked.
cool.
I had his dad actually marry us, which I thought was
that's
cool.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What up, whiskey woman?
Oh, that
nice.
is so cool.
That has to be cool. That would be cool.
That would be so cool, Jojo.
I
Oh
hope.
my
I hope. I
god.
hope. I hope you guys do a video or something on that. Like that would be like epic.
It's gonna be great. That that that's gonna be awesome. And I will absolutely save my money to try and come up with that. Because then I get to see my dad at the same time. Oh, you're going to go live for it. That's awesome.
Nice, nice.
Cheers.
What up?
Cheers.
Is that Jay or Lone Star?
It's Jay.
It's Jay. Okay.
That's awesome, bro. You guys are doing that. That's all. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's amazing. It's gonna be so fun. My hubby and I had 50.
50s, 60s theme wedding. The guys wore white t-shirts and jeans and their smoke rolled up. Nice,
Nice.
nice.
The coolest wedding I ever went to was at
That's cool.
the Rollerplex in Peoria,
Mhm.
Arizona.
Mhm.
And they had black and white checker floors, and it was
Mhm.
an Alice in Wonderland themed wedding. It
Oh,
was
that's cool.
so cool.
That's cool.
See, I love when people go think outside the box, like to for their wedding and whatnot. I do. I love that a lot.
Okay, shake and bake. Okay, no problem.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you guys are definitely um
football
and
fans.
stuff like
Oh,
that,
there you go.
check out Shake and Bake. They do reviews of everything, and they do yeah, Shake and Bake right there. Um, aw, that's cute.
Oh, I bet.
That is super cute.
Making it the pink ladies and the T-birds. Hell yeah, that would have been
Yeah,
something. That would have been
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Shit, we were just talking about. We were listening to Grease music last week. Remember?
Yep. Yep. We were listening to Grease and Grease 2. Yeah,
Never
I
seen
like
it.
Grease 2. You. Oh my.
Blasphemy, I know.
It's a blasphemy. At least Grease. You need to
Yeah.
see it.
Nah, never seen it.
You need to.
Well, there's one. The first one is Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta.
John Travolta. Yep.
And then the second one, I can't think of the dude's name, but the girl is
Can't think.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Oh,
Michelle. Yep.
And well, there's other girls in it too that are popular because the exchange student's cousin is actually Franny. She's actually a popular actress. True, I can't think of her name. There it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. There's even in John Travolta. There's the blonde. He is also very popular.
Yeah,
too.
I didn't like Dirty Dancing too. It wasn't. No, it wasn't as good.
there was a Dirty Dancing too.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard that too, and I never watched it either.
I
It's
watched
just
it.
some
It
movies-
wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good. No.
Well, I think it's just
Some movies you just leave alone. Just leave alone.
Yeah, I will totally agree to that because like they butchered like Pet Cemetery when they did part 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Oh.
okay, why?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like some.
I
in my
loved
head-
it. Oh,
Sorry.
Dirty Dancing Havana Nights. Yeah, I didn't really like it.
Exactly, Whiskey Woman. The originals they usually are the best.
Mm-hmm.
And I will always stick with that, especially with Batman, because Michael
I
Keaton
know.
Michael Keaton will always be my favorite Batman.
I don't know.
Now-
who
But
I-
look at the Jurassic Park movies.
I
Like
love-
some of the other ones are. You're right. The original is probably the best, but like
But they're
some of the
good.
other
No, no.
ones are
No, I
really
don't
good.
No,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
can't- no. I get what you're saying. I'm talking about like the ones that don't have no part 2 too, like Jurassic Park. I'll give you. I love every single one of those movies.
Yeah.
Ever since, because the original, I was literally 12 or 13 when that movie came out. And
Right.
actually, one of the first movies I actually got to see in the theater.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
Wow.
yeah, but even Steven Spielberg even said that movie wasn't meant for kids because he wouldn't allow
No.
his young kids to go watch that movie when he made that.
Mm.
I watched it. It was great.
Well, and
Yeah.
here's the thing, because a lot of people say like, but if kids like dinosaurs, but he was being realistic of how the dinosaurs what they would have done to the humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, and that's just it. It's the same
Mhm.
with let me think of the movie. Sam Elliott and Nicolas Cage in Knight Rider, or I want to say what is that writer?
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider. I couldn't watch it with anybody else besides Sam Elliott and Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott, I swear, that man does not grow in no age.
I know, right? Roadhouse
Like,
is your favorite.
I don't know if I've actually even watched Roadhouse. I actually sat down and actually watched it. I don't know. I couldn't actually tell you. I don't think I have.
Mm.
But yeah, I was sad when he passed away. But like
Oh
he,
God, yeah.
he's it's one of the he died just the same as the Brady Bunch dad. He had the same thing, and it seems to
Cancer.
kill the colon
Yeah.
cancer at that. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
it's
It's a
a guy cancer. It kills many guys because they don't want to go
yep.
get checked. All
Yep.
because most of them don't get checked.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Unfortunately, that's the sad thing of that. And a survivor, Tommy Chung is a survivor of that cancer. Um,
Oh wow.
that's the cancer he had, and he solely will tell you that he believes with his good attitude and smoking the way he smokes pot, is
Mm-hmm.
the reason why he's still here.
Could be.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Mask with Sam and Cher. Absolutely, that's an all time like one of the greatest movies. Oh, I love that movie.
What is it?
It's about Cher and Sam Elliott. I'm pretty sure it's the one where her son has a disease. I think the Elephant Man. He had that
Yeah.
bone disease. He had that bone disease. Her child had that bone disease, so yeah, it was a good story.
And it's a true story.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
based off a true story off of the Elephant Man, I do believe.
Hmm.
They
Because
just call him that because his face was deformed. That's all.
that's why
Gotcha.
well, and see, they called him the Elephant Man because like when that guy actually came through, it was like what, 1940s, 1950s, or even before that. So
Mhm.
like he was something new for the scientists and the doctors to figure out, that it's
Right.
it's just something with the bones and the way that they grow. It just makes their bones deformed and everything else.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought so. That's what I was thinking. He was a Canadian. I do thought so.
Yep. Woo. I think it's time to break into the some marijuana.
Fresh crack.
I just need to fill my bowl back up.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Thanks, hubby, for loading the bowl and only taking a couple hits.
Nice.
Ah,
I got a partial green bowl in front of me.
yeah, actually, I have a partial too.
I said, with like I will like thing. I thought about that tonight because I love shooting thing because a lot of times we're both just smoking out of our own bowls and doing our own thing because we're you know. But every once in a while, he will or I will roll. I will roll the joint, but he'll like get cigars and for real, and we'll make it. And we'll sit and smoke and chit. We'll sit and chit chat.
One of my favorite Halloween movie.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Which one?
No, what's your
Sometimes
favorite Halloween movie?
he just said Halloween. Brian said Halloween. He said Halloween. I think so
Yeah,
too.
Halloween. Yeah, Halloween. The one I like the one with that Rob Zombie did. I loved
See,
that
a lot of people
one.
don't. A lot of people don't.
Never saw
But
it.
it's not the same. That's what people don't
It
get. Is
isn't.
he wasn't trying to copy,
No,
and that's what people have to think is he wasn't trying to copy.
I like it
That
because he
thing.
was trying
He
to
was
do
doing
the background
he,
of
yeah,
Michael.
he was trying to do his own version of what he thought it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Zombie. Yeah, he's very creative. Even in his
Yeah,
music,
he was.
it's always been creative. Like and then coming up with that movie, like, and then people were like, rah, 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 and I'm like, really? It wasn't even nothing based off of the movie. He was doing what he thought in his own mind what it should be like.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What his past was like. That's what I like about it. Is it
Yeah,
gave
he was
him
trying
a
to,
past.
from the start, like what made him be that way.
Yeah, that's what I like.
And Halloween, yeah, like it, I would let I would it be because it is the movies. Um, I wish they would have some way somewhere in there
Right, Brian.
told us the go back and to tell us why Michael was like that. Why did he
Mm-hmm.
start trying to hurt somebody at the age of 3? Why did he try to kill his sister?
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's a very young age to your mind to be in something. So something
Mm-hmm.
somewhere he was watching, something had to have occurred for for that to be. It's
Yeah.
yeah. Because people don't that's like what like I love Dexter for that simple fact is they showed you why he was that way. When a child is
Mm-hmm.
that young and sees murder, it
Monkey
sticks.
see, monkey do.
Well, it is kind of like that, but it sticks in their brain forever.
Yeah.
Like, and they, it's not just that part too. He saw his mother being brutally murdered, torn apart,
Ish.
and him and his brother were made to sit in that his mother's body until with the torn apart mom
Oh my
for
god.
3 days. Yeah, 3+
Mm.
days in their mom's blood
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
until they were found.
I thought it was 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm like rewatching Dexter right now from the beginning.
Yeah, no, he they was like 3-4 days. It wasn't that long. It was like they literally, and
They were born in blood.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
basically because he was 1 and his brother was 3.
Mm.
And then
Damn.
yeah, the brother, because the cop ended up taking Dexter in, and then the older boy ended up going into foster care, obviously. So he never
Mhm.
really even knew he had a brother. You being 1, you're gonna forget about it once if you're not around them. It's just part of way your brain is.
Right.
Take care, whiskey woman. Thanks for stopping by.
Later, good to see you.
Later, Bree.
And it's part of what I get into when I talk about my serial killers, because there's majority of the time there's actually a reason why these serial killers are serial killers. It's because there's something happened with their brain at a very young age.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not always, but I'll tell you,
Most.
out of what I have done, it is like almost a 95%. Something happened to them at a very young age.
Yeah. Okay.
If it wasn't childhood trauma, they had some kind of accidents that they hit their head.
Right.
We have found, I mean, like people have found, if you hit the front of your head, the frontal lobe, you can be, if it's hit just right in a certain spot, that child can become very violent and want to hurt, because it's part of the brain where it triggers that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is like I've come across, I forget the one, I want to say the chess player. He actually hit his head at a very young age, actually falling off a swing.
Oh, wow.
It like he literally bounced on the ground, like that's how bad his head hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Well, and it's just like the guy that I'm working on for mine telling a story, because it's actually there's a book that a family member wrote with all the information about him and whatnot, because he had kept journals and everything
Mhm.
about his life or what he remembers.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like telling his story when he was really young, of
Right.
what all the shit like this guy went through, literally emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse,
Mhm.
and he even at the age of 4 had fallen out of his high chair because his mom was the type of, for whatever reason, she always left him in his high chair. Well, he's being 4 years old, and back in the day, it's come back into popularity again because it's, I forget what it's called, because even Sims has it. It's where the pipes are showing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, well, of course, monkey see. Oh, I see
Mhm.
pipes. I see things to climb. For a 4 year
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
Well, he was climbing and accidentally ended up touching one of the hot um, pipes and went
Oh,
wham and went wham on the floor. And his mom didn't do nothing. She literally drug him out to the living room and allowed him to vomit and do a seizure, and didn't take him to the hospital or nothing.
wow.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like that started, like it was young and abuse, and
Mhm.
then he she her excuse the whole time is because the boy, he looked like his father,
Yeah.
so that's why
Ugly.
she
What?
didn't want nothing to do with him. Yeah, so that's why she didn't. So she treated him like that because of the way the father was. The father was actually a workaholic, so he wasn't home a lot of times with all the kid, her and the kid, leaving her home with all the kids and whatnot. And yeah,
Mhm.
it's one of them kind of stories. But even eventually, when he gets older, she starts having sex with him because he does look like dad.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's crazy. I haven't seen that person.
it's messed up how some of these people's. But then you got parents like her that got away with doing that. And if
Right.
the system would have gotten to him before, you know, he,
Yeah.
he possibly could have changed his life.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Damn, I need to clean this thing.
But yeah, I need to like just get into, like, for real, just
Mhm.
make a day and start actually doing that story and just get into doing it.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of interest this blah, blah, blah. That case intrigued me because of, there's all times I'm still trying um to look up to find his suicide note. He even
Mm.
he wrote a suicide note too. And, I'm trying to, still trying to find it. But a lot
I.
of well, and it's shit, when he actually got put in prison the first time, he kept telling them, "Don't allow me out. I don't want out
Yeah.
because I'll keep doing it." But like the state said, we can't keep people in prison that aren't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just, you know. Um, so of course, it's like I said, the system is always, it lets people down. It does. It's
Yeah.
Yep.
it's always the system. And I tell you, the biggest story of is stupid is, I hope they've learned from their lesson, is
Mhm.
the what the guy who is killing his victims with their own braziers.
Oh wow.
Like he literally was in prison for it, and he started for real writing books, started writing for real. What do you call the Nobel Peace thing? He ended up getting,
Wow.
and so they were trying to. The legislature and a lot of these people were trying to get. They got him. They literally worked their way and got him out of prison.
Wow.
And while he was in Hollywood, doing his time there, doing interviews and whatnot, he killed four more women.
Wow.
And then they eventually realized it was him, and I'm like, I hope they learned from their lesson for allowing. Just because somebody can write something doesn't mean they need to be out of prison.
Right.
Mhm.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that is nuts.
I was like, are you fucking serious? They ruled because he could write that he didn't like no. And I've even told Sheehan when I was doing that story is did they only read certain things of his writings? Because the other writings, if you read majority of his writings, he still in his writings was talking about killing women.
Wow.
So how is that even justable? You're talking about a guy who murders or has murdered and is still writing about murdering. Why would you let him out?
Right.
Holy shit.
It amazes me how like some of the stories and whatnot. It's crazy. It's just like what we were talking about before we went live and talking about these people that you know are you get warned and not even 10 minutes later you die because you were doing that exact thing.
Mhm.
I swear, I think some people think they're invisible.
Right.
Yeah.
I do, and I think it's the stupidity, and it's like, um, speak. And another one is I forget. Like they pulled this girl over. She was in the car. She ends up back in the car and going ahead, and ends up hitting it so far, like her body, like she was she was lucky somehow she ended up living, but she was a lot of her was like pieces, like she was it because she ran from the cop and then turned around because she was speeding in traffic. She like, yeah, that was nuts. And they still when they tried to come to her to get her out, she was trying to move herself because like how somehow because like I said the back half of the car was literally gone, so her head was on the ground of the car and her other half of her body was partially in the passenger seat, like she
Wow.
for real got thrown and twisted, and she was still trying to move get away from the cop. I'm like, what the hell was she high on?
Wow.
Whew.
I saw this video of a millennial getting pulled over.
Cheers, Ricky. Cheers, Ricky.
Cheers, Ricky. Anyway, this millennial gets pulled over and the cop goes to like arrest them, and they were playing the they them pronoun game.
Oh God.
Cop's like, I'll do my best,
Yeah.
to use they, them, whatever. And the cop's like, well, you don't have anything. I'm going to, proof of whatever, I'm going to arrest you. You were speeding. I don't know what the circumstances were. But this person
Yeah.
kept backing up. You're triggering me. You're triggering me. Oh, man. I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
I was dying.
I think they think they're so privileged that they can get
What
away
the
using
fuck?
that just because.
Ricky.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, are you okay? Oh.
What
Are
did
you home?
do? Are you at home now?
Wow.
Like,
Did they glue it? Did they super glue
Welcome
you
back,
back
OG.
together? OG?
oh my god. Welcome back, OG.
Ooh.
That
I-
was
I
a
do-
divot.
Yeah, it was. I just, that's what gets me is, I don't have no issues with people because I have kids that are both, that are bisexual, anything, whatever. So I don't have nothing against it. But the ones which are like mental, they think they use it as a privilege, like, oh, you can't touch me and whatever when it comes to
Right.
cops, like they can break the laws and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Right. Getting arrested is not optional.
Right,
Mhm.
A
exactly.
cop
That's what
wants
I'm
to
like.
arrest you, they're gonna fucking arrest you. Like, just knock it off.
Mhm. Mhm.
Ow! I hit a padlock on a set of pipes on the ground. Ouch! Ouch!
Ouch.
Ow.
Yeah, no kidding. That's what I said.
I'm
Ouch.
surprised you didn't get stitches. And it was necessary to seek medical attention, Ricky.
Right.
Okay.
It's just as long as you're not vomiting and don't or not feeling dizzy, then yeah, that's my always my biggest concern when somebody hits their head is those two things: dizziness and
Mhm.
vomiting.
Not
Mhm.
only that, but like, go get your wound cleaned. Like, get a debridement.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no pieces of dirt or anything in the wound that'll
Oh
like
yeah,
get
that too.
infected.
Yeah.
Or I'm just gonna get some peroxide and
Pour it on your head. So.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna say peroxide is the best only because it bubbles and it'll get that shit out.
Yeah.
It may sting like a bitch because it usually does.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's one of the best cleaners when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, when like my kids, it shit hurts, but when like kids scrape their knees on sidewalks, that is the best thing to right away to put on them, even though
Yep.
it
Grew up on
stings.
that shit.
Because they get pieces of well, see, that's
There you go.
good.
No blackouts, no dizzy. I'm good. I'm hard headed. Are you at home or still at work? Ricky.
Oh, I remember that too, and I remember too is when the kid actually has like yuck in their knee from the sidewalk, like it the more it bubbles up,
Right.
which
Yeah,
is meaning it's cleaning
out.
cleaning it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it pushes the shit out.
I remember growing up on too is you don't find it anywhere. You can't like almost. I haven't seen any of it, and if you do find it, it's very rare. Is my mom used to have this Avon cream. Was literally it was a brown cream,
Mm-hmm.
and you put it on like if you had scratches or whatnot, and it healed. Like it was an antifungal, anti whatever. It
Mm-hmm.
kept. It was like what is that eye dye that they use for your things? It had that,
Yeah.
and but it was in a brown container, and it did the same shit. You put a band on it, and it was that
Okay.
shit. Yeah, you heal fast from that shit. I wish we can find that
That's
shit
good.
anymore, but that shit was good.
Huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, Betadine. Well, this is like that too, but this was like a. It almost felt like a lip balm
Oh, you're
stuff.
so like. Okay.
Obviously, you don't want to put lip balm on your lips, but like
Mm-hmm.
that's what it felt like. You just took a little bit. You didn't need a whole lot. You just needed enough to put it on the wound. And then you put the band-aid on, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I remember it always like seemed to heal because I was one of those kids because I was my
Ah.
parents. Her phone went bloop. I
Mm-hmm.
lived out in the we lived out in the country, and we lived in woods, and there really wasn't recycling back then, not yet anyway. So part of the yard behind the garage became a dumpster for canned foods and shit, and I would literally play with the canned foods and like make pies and shit with mud pies with food.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was always messing in all kinds of shit like that when I was younger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're not old because you're younger than me, OG.
That's something.
You just got to watch what you play. People are getting. They said people are getting. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, OG.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying because like
Mhm.
I was gonna say I know what you're talking about because we had that shit too. Or my yeah, they would have been. I also think it's really cool. You know, I never grew aloe plants, but my grandma grew aloe plants, and I remember when I was pregnant for my kiddo, or my last one was pregnant for my daughter. We were camping at Jellystone with grandpa at their thing, and
Nah.
we both did it. That's funny. But grandma had an aloe plant, and I happened to get sunburned really bad, and grandma
Mhm.
ended up before bed that night ended up breaking a part of her aloe plant and putting the aloe on my sunburn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's straight up.
Yeah, straight up aloe,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
mixed gel. That was straight up
Yeah.
aloe.
Yeah, do that. That's the best.
Yep.
I have an aloe gel, and it's very just most.
Mhm.
That's what it is. It's stuff and made it a gel. It stays in the refrigerator
Yeah.
Yeah.
because the aloe gel is it feels great when you got a sunburn and got to rub something on it. I put that gel on me, and it's nice and cold. It feels nice.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I've heard that too, OD. Because aloe has those elements,
Mhm.
whatever, in it
Yep.
that are very natural to help with stuff like that. There's all kinds of different over the counter stuff you just gotta look and see
Mhm.
how much price wise you're paying for shit, though. That's the only thing.
Yep.
I've been looking for different stuff, like, because I know I'm doing my menopause. I know I'm starting already. I turned 48, and my body says, "Yep, there you go."
Uh-huh. Yep. And you're done.
Yeah, then yes, thank God.
But then you got to deal with the sweat.
I was gonna say, but they got to deal with everything else. So I'm like, okay, what kind of supplements can I take so that
There,
I can deal with this?
My mom used to take prenatal vitamins.
Nice. I have to
Yeah.
think about it, look into that.
Um,
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of healing properties.
and there is over the counter stuff for.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you can get
Menopause.
prenatal gummies. You can get prenatal like any of those things. Right now I've got, what did I get? I can't think. I'll look at my Walmart order that I ordered it from. It's actually for the night sweats. It helps deal with that. Helps with the energy. All that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Choo-choo-choo-choo.
At the age of 40, shit, that scares me because I'm 37.
Yeah, it's called Black Kokosh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm taking.
Okay.
Black Kokosh. But apparently, yeah, it's supposed to. It's a supplement for that time, like I said, for the night sweats, the heat, whatever, and then the energy. And that was my thought, is having the energy. I've been like so like, ugh, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I fucking hear you.
I'll tell you, OG. Technically, for me, my body literally started going downhill the year that my disc shattered, and I had to have that. After that, that's when it went down for me with my back issue, when my disc exploded. That was 20 plus years. Well, yeah, 20, almost, yeah, 20 years ago. Not quite. Yeah, 20 years ago, because my daughter's 20. So yeah, 20 years ago.
Wow.
It happened the same. Yeah, it was happened the same year. She was 6 months. She was 6 months old when that disc exploded.
Wow.
Yeah. I was a single mom who did everything myself. I took my kids. I had a friend who actually took me grocery shopping and whatnot, but like, for my daughter's doctor's appointments, I literally put her in her stroller, picked her up within the stroller, and put her on the bus. And that the last time I did that was I'll never forget it. I picked her up and put her on the bus, and I heard a pop in my back that I'll never forget.
Right.
Yeah. But like I said, I moved my own furniture because I don't like the living room being in the same position. I gotta move shit around every once in a while.
Right.
So I've always moved my own shit everywhere. So yeah, my back probably had enough strain that I just, yeah.
Yeah, your body was like, no.
Yep, you've done it one too many times. Which it was kind of waiting for it, because the whole time I was pregnant for her, I had bad back pain because of my nerve. Like literally, I had to be careful walking anywhere with her, because the way she was laying, she was pinching a nerve. So my left leg would actually give out on me when I was walking sometimes. So it started, like I said, just before I got pregnant with her, my back started to be, yeah, I knew I was in trouble. And then being pregnant with her, and then it was just all adding up until the day that literally I picked her up and that just decided I've had enough.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then unfortunately a piece of that disc decided to lodge itself into my sciatic nerve.
Ow.
Mm.
Yep. Hey Randy.
Hey, Randy, how's it going? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing comments.
Much love, OG.
Much love,
Later,
OG.
OG.
Take care. How is it going, Randy?
How are you doing, Randy?
Sorry for the shitty music. I don't want to push my computer. So it doesn't shut off on me. Knock on wood.
Where Shan needs her computer worked on.
Oh, so bad.
That's awesome to hear, Randy.
Sorry, I kind of zoned out.
Hey, it's not the first time we haven't done it a lot lately, but I mean, it happens sometimes.
Last treatment. Oh, Randy, last treatment next month. Awesome. And does that do what happens next? Do you know?
Hey guys, I'm getting kind of drowsy. I think I'm gonna go lay down.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're almost at 1 hour and 30 minutes, so we're good.
Mhm.
Time to
Yeah,
nap.
we're good.
Right?
Mhm. Yeah, time to nap. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day, and
Later,
we'll
everyone.
See you later. Bye.
Peace.
Dotting rain on the screen, gypsy witches in the green, casting spells ain't what it seems, living life inside a dream. Magic herbs fill the air, smoke a stick, heavy stare, tangled hair.